Hey everyone, Sal Capaccio here with Channel 2's Adam Benigni. We are at One Bills Drive in the media room. We're getting ready for round 2 tonight. What do you expect to happen after what happened in round 1?
Well, which was exactly nothing
Right.
from a Bills as expected. I really didn't think they were going to make any kind of move. When Doug Whaley spoke at the pre-draft luncheon and he talked about entertaining the thought of really more likely trading down to get more picks. I mean, they have 6 picks to work with in this draft. Obviously, the roster is very well stocked in terms of what they did in trades and via free agency and those types of things. I think they want and would value more picks. It would not surprise me to see them trade out of 50 tonight. Having said that, I think offensive line. I understand they don't want to draft on need, and I understand the value they'll place on defensive. They don't really want to reach, and I believe that when they say it. I think offensive line is the way they have to go.
What if there's a guy they had ranked maybe top 40 on the defense, and the next offensive lineman on their board is 60-something? Do they take that defensive guy? I think they would.
It depends who the defensive guy is. I think the value system over time, it's proven. When you reach for players, it's like a gradual erosion, of your roster in terms of guys that live up to the expectation and what you need them to do and perform in that particular slot over time. I think they're going to be true to their board to a great extent. I think there's a little bit of wiggle room based on the fact that with all they've invested,
they have the
over
luxury
$91 million
because they don't have
money.
A lot of specific needs anymore. They used to have a lot of needs.
But now, I think given what they've added to the offense, I think they know that to make all of that work, especially with the questions at quarterback, they've got to have a line that's functional. And they need, and I know that they think that they're hoping for development with what they have to work with now, and that Incognito can come in and make that type of a difference. But I think they know they need more there.
You brought up quarterback, so last question for you. Do we see them take a quarterback tonight in rounds 2 or 3? Do they take one at all in this draft through tomorrow?
Me personally, if I put on my GM hat, like we like to do in the media,
that's what we do.
Given their situation, I'd probably take one every year. I think it's interesting the amount of time they've spent with Bryce Petty. I think his transition to the NFL is going to be a slow one for reasons that you've talked about to a great extent, the type of offense he's in. He's got the big arm that everybody covets. But I think that's interesting. My gut tells me, yes, they do take a quarterback at some point. Tyrod Taylor being on the roster, we talked about this before we started recording, it gives them the luxury of not necessarily having to take one.
He's 4 years into a development. You don't have to wait for him to develop.
But if they feel like there's a guy there who could be that long-term answer potentially in terms of the development, which given the massive questions they still have at that position, it wouldn't surprise me to see them take him.
I'm going to join you on Sunday night.
Yeah, looking forward.
So let's promote that right now.
That's right. Sunday night, Sports Extra, after the late news. We're going to have Sal and Jay Skursky from the Buffalo News to break down this draft and talk about the roster as a whole and where things stand. So a lot to talk about with this team. And congratulations on the additional duties on the beat.
No, I appreciate it. And congratulations on you being here today, okay? I mean, last night I missed you. I'm like, where's Adam? I love talking to Adam.
I was back on the bridge.
I know you were.
Back at Channel 2.
You were holding the fort down back at the station.
But something's actually going to happen
That's right.
tonight.
So you'll be here. You'll be here. And we'll have it for you. Thanks a lot for tuning in.